What do you think you're doing?
Don't let me catch you around here again.
They're on us.
You're dead!
He twitched just enough.
Nice and easy. Take your best shot, asshole. They got the drop on us.
Take it!
Here they come! Okay, keep them quiet. Here they come!
Take out that!
Alright, we'll talk to him. From the Firefly Company office.
You know, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping you'd play by the rules. We could have had a good old-fashioned boarding. Now you're barging into my office, muddying tracks all over my floor. A little respect for the ship. Is that too much to ask? Yeah, but I had every intention of respecting the upholstery. I would have had you spaced or shot in the bathroom or something. You're Adjutant Akonde's hired gun. I don't know why you've taken an interest in Gorgon, and frankly, I don't want to know. You and I are in a bit of a situation. I don't get paid unless you're dead, and a man's got to make a living. You understand. All right, easy. You made your point. I know when I'm outgunned. I'm guessing you haven't killed me yet because you want to talk things over, right? I can drop the tossball act and we can have ourselves a conversation. You know I can't just back out of a job. I've got a reputation to think about. You're gonna let me walk away, just like that. I'm probably gonna regret asking this, but why? Can't argue with that. I'll keep my ship clear of yours. You and I will never cross orbits again. I got no reason to come after you. Use my credentials to get inside the cockpit and take our tracking device. Our astrogation terminal was tracking your ship. Don't ask me how. Never had much luck with computing devices myself. The truth. We never caught up to the unreliable. You vanished somewhere into the void. Astrogator never picked up your location again.
Did I miss some other guys? I mean, it says take care of them. Oh, this is part of the Gorgon stuff. No wonder they were so tough.
Greetings, customer.
You got a second?
Welcome back, Captain. I understand you have resolved your differences with our former boarding party. Are you ready to depart? Understood, Captain. Resuming our course.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Everybody's leaving them alone.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Isn't this swell?
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's gotta cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it. You've got a capable crew. That speaks well of your leadership.
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just heard her mention.
Well, can't take her because she's on a date, so we'll take Neo.
Rizzo's knock you out bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and tea-free nuts.
You know, we're gonna do this.
Advertisement for the following story. Dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed. Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our...
We read all this before. Why does it show like we didn't?
You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at. Perish the thought, Captain. I don't know much about this lab coat, but if he trusted you, you oughtn't betray that. Trust is hard to come by.
Have you seen this man? The man offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells.
Hey, look who it is. What'll it be?
I want to offload all the shit I just stole.
Something on your mind?
Is it done?
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
This is why I always ask for half my payment up front.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
I said, get out.
Alright. I didn't think that was gonna go that. No, we didn't lose much.
Going silent.
What? I'm jumping at shadows here. What?
Now I'm curious to see how that would have played out if we would have killed her and what. It's like all kinds of possibilities in this game.
Tossball series?
CNP Borston baked beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston.
What can I do for you? Need some Adreno? It's good for you. Spacer's promise. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Make a choice. Spacer's choice. Have a look.
You still got.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute.
Check.
was that?
What was that?
What do you think you're doing? All right, fine. Get out of here.
Their mistake.
Get him!
It's a bunch of garbage, huh?
It just me, or has it been deader than usual around here?
I wonder if she'll say anything about me killing all those board members.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Alright, so quest what? We have 3 different ones that we failed because of our rampage there. Fallbrook. I don't remember where Fallbrook was. Oh, I do. No.
The news packet had the top.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge. Salt-sour candy shell aroma. Sweet purpleberry flavored scent.
Fallbrook is on Monarch.
Okay, Captain, she's gone. I feel like running laps around the cargo bay. So she got here, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you smell nice, like mock apples." And I was like, "Yeah, new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread. We both see enough engines in our day-to-day. There's nothing special about sitting next to another one, even if ours is real sweet. June hardly ever makes it down to Groundbreaker's mess during regular meal times, so sharing the kitchen was special. Like being part of a real family. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Sure was. Near best thing to homemade, Junlei said. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. One of us has got to be. We're both... June's so reserved and I'm so shy. I worried if I never said anything, nothing would ever get said, you know? I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right, especially after that message about Isabel. It's sweet. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that. It's all on your account, you know? Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
You do. She's just adorable. Really cool. And do we have a it's giving us? No, just that one. Alright, we'll do that. Oh, we got that for being employee of the month, but she hates us for not killing that lady. We didn't even get to explain.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
Guess the photo doesn't show up yet.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. Do return in one piece, Captain.
folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad as
This looks like the place.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Can we talk? You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. I've never been prouder to stand back and watch someone else work. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future? You talk like someone who likes lists. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here? Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. You know, with all your starry-eyed talk, you almost had me convinced you really weren't doing this for the money. Relieved, actually. You know, I think I get you just a little more now. Plenty of sense in that. You know, I'm thinking I ought to find another gig once this one's all done. One where I can really work on my own. Easiest way to take care of myself is to work with the one person I trust the most, right? Anyway, enough chit-chat. Something on your mind?